brought to you by KentWool.com. Kent Wool Socks. Finest socks in the business, period. Finest underwear in the business, period. They got a great line of undershirts as well. We tell you about the socks all the time. That's probably the most directly attributable to what we do in our game. You've got to keep your feet comfortable. Nobody does it better than KentWool.com. Check them out online. Johnny is off today. Bit of a slow day in the world of news, I guess, based on the fervor that went on yesterday. And everybody, by the way, yesterday, everybody was still talking about the Olympics. Today, a lot of the headlines refer to the Olympics. And we got a major championship that starts a couple hours from now. Not too many folks talking about that all day long. There hasn't been a whole lot of talk about that. But tomorrow, we'll be back on at our normal time. Obviously, we'll have a lot of post-round one reaction. We'll be talking about it once scores get posted for sure. Speaking of scores getting posted, our next guest joins us from the world of professional miniature golf. I got a chance to get to know Greg Newport a couple of years ago at the Mini Golf Masters, and I've been teasing this for most of the show here, Greg, that you have done something now that only 3 other people have done. First of all, Greg, thank you very much for coming on the show. How you doing?
I'm doing well, Brian. Thank you for having me.
Man, it's great to have you. So, those of you longtime fans of the show, at one point we've told you about this Grantland piece. Grantland, back when it was around, did a piece on the world of professional miniature golf. And at the end of the piece, it told you that there have been only 23 pitchers to throw a complete game in the history of baseball. There are roughly 35,000 perfect games of bowling bowled per year. There have only been 12 horses to win the Triple Crown. We're talking about perfection. Greg Newport, this past weekend, became only the 4th player in the history of this game to shoot a perfect round of 18. It's miniature golf, but it's an 18. Greg, congratulations.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you very much. It's still fresh in my mind, and I can't believe it actually happened, but it did.
Yeah, so there's a lot of golf. Obviously, we get all golf fans here. Think about your local miniature golf course and thinking about making a 1 on every single hole. Now, for a lot of folks, Greg, as you know, their local miniature golf course is going to be more the adventure golf style than the putt-putt style, so you just physically can't make a 1 on all those holes unless maybe you bring a wedge with you. Talk about the differences and what you guys are doing out there on the putt-putt circuit and how those courses are laid out.
Well, with putt-putt courses, they are actually designed to make it possible to where you can make a hole-in-one on every hole. With miniature golf, it's kind of different in the fact that you're just trying to get it close to the hole and hope you can minimize your trouble and you can make deuces. Try to get as low as you can in that respect. But in putt-putt, it is possible to make an ace on every hole, although it's very difficult to do in one round, as obvious by the number of people that have done it. And it's in order to do it in one round is unbelievable.
Yeah, you guys have been at this for a long time. So we'll get to it in the fall. We'll talk more about miniature golf again when we talk about the Mini Golf Masters. We've talked about this skill set, and Greg, as you know, everybody listening is a golfer of some level. Everybody feels like they can putt the ball. Put it in your own words. What is it like? How tough is it to make an ace? Even if we gave you 2 tries, to make an ace on all 18 holes at any given miniature golf facility.
To make an ace on any hole is you have to have the right combination of accuracy and speed, and to be able to do that on a consistent basis, that's what takes a lot of practice to be able to find the right places to hit. With putt-putt, you try to find the right places on the rail. If there's a hole that you can bank for a better chance for an ace. But most of the time, the speed is the critical part. If your speed is right, it seems like it can take care of a lot of deficiencies. You don't have to be quite as accurate, but if your speed is good, you can still make aces. And that's the thing that we try to do on the putt-putt course, is to make sure that we can hit the right speed as well as get the correct angles to make all one.
All right, where were you? Tell us what the situation. Obviously, this was a tournament. I don't know where it was. I don't know how hard this golf course is compared to other ones. Give us the full story.
It was in Richmond, Virginia. Usually, the Richmond courses are known around the circuit as being one of the easier courses to play, to score low on. In this case, it was actually the same course where Rick Barrett shot his 18 in 2011.
Wow!
Actually, between the time that he did it and I did it, they did change a few holes. So they tried to make them a little more difficult, which they are. But it was between his and mine, just to be able to both be able to do it. It was very ironic that it was on the same exact course. But it was one of those feelings where just trying to get a low number. It was actually in our Virginia Open Championship, which we play every year in Richmond, and it was a 6-round tournament, and it was in round 5 when it happened. I had the lead in the first 3 rounds of the tournament, and then I lost it in round 4 because I had a very bad finish to that round. I think just in my mindset, I was just trying to get that back. Just a little upset the way I finished, and so I wanted to make sure that I came back the next round and hit a low score.
Greg,
never would have imagined it would be that low.
Greg, what is a bad finish? So that everybody knows. What, in your mind, what is a bad finish on that golf course?
Bad finish on that one where par is 2 on every hole. I finished with a 3 on 16, a 2 on 17, a 2 on 18.
Ooh.
Which it was a 1 over finish is not very good when you want to finish. You hope to finish 2 under at worst. And so that just drove me into the next round to try to get the lead back, and I was able to get a good start and grab honors from my playing partner, Brad Lebo, and I did. He was the one that was actually leading after 4 rounds. But when I grabbed the honors, and I just kept basing holes, and it just turned out to where I ended up basing all of them, and still couldn't believe it.
Dr. Brad is a friend of the show. Greg Newport joining us right now. Shot an 18 for a round of golf. We're talking miniature golf, but still, only the 4th player to ever do that. Ever. And we're talking about what it felt like. So, if you've seen the Grantland piece, this is the same course. That is really cool because there was grainy cell phone footage of the putt at the last hole for the 18. Was anybody shooting this for you? Is there any video of this?
There actually is video. I think there were actually 2 shots, one from the previous hole on 17 on kind of a side angle, and one from directly behind the hole where both angles were taken. So there is actually video of that. I believe it was Ed Haggerty that took the one behind the hole, and I think that is posted. But another piece of irony on that one too. When Rick shot his 18, I was the one that did the video of that. So
wow.
Even more irony there.
Wow. All right. What was the reaction like when you shot the video of his? The whole place exploded, and the whole tournament had stopped because word had spread that, hey, Rick was working on an 18. And everybody there has got, in their minds the ability to do it, but he had actually done it. So what was the reaction like for you? Did everybody stop what they were doing?
Yes, they did. It was the same type of reaction because when it's very, very, very rare to see anything like that. And when word started to spread around that I had aced the first 17 holes, everyone had stopped the tournament and come over to hole 18 to watch. And just looking around to see just the enormity of the moment because I'm attempting to be the fourth person to do it. It got to me a little bit. I had my hands shaking and all that, but I was able to back away and was able to hit the putt. I don't know how I hit the putt, but I did. But the hands are still shaking, and I was able to hit it, and somehow it went in the hole. But yeah, it was the same type of reaction. Everybody was extremely happy and came over and congratulated me, and the same thing with Rick as well. So it was both things that you don't see those every day, and obviously you see that in 62 years. Now it's only been done 4 times. Just the enormity of the moment. It's something that everybody enjoys to watch.
Yeah, and well deserved. Greg Newport with us. His wife Becky also plays. Was she in this event?
No, she was not. She was actually not there. I did text her after I finished the round, and I think she was a little anxious to find out what was going on, because I had to go back and play another round right after I did, and she was trying to find out if it was true or not. She kind of thought I was joking at first, but shooting 18 is certainly something that, and she figured out that it's something that you don't really joke about, but she had to look around to find somebody that knew, because I wasn't able to answer text. She did text back.
Wow. Well, that's awesome, man. Congratulations. So it was so cool to see the other video when Rick shot his, and of course you were in it, and I brought the kids around and I showed them. I said, hey, look, and they recognized a bunch of the folks from their time in Myrtle Beach. But I don't know how this golf audience is going to look at this feat, but 60 some odd years, you say, and it's only been done 4 times. You go try it yourself, and when you shoot 18, you can call us.
Absolutely, it's something. It's just trying. You want to hit 18 perfect shots, but just because you hit 18 perfect shots doesn't mean you're going to make 18 aces. So there's a little bit of luck involved as well. Unfortunately, I guess it was my time to do it.
Awesome, Greg. Congratulations! Can't wait to see you in Myrtle Beach.
Thank you, Brian. I will definitely see you there. We can talk more about it then, definitely.
I can't wait to hear about it. That's awesome. Greg Newport, who shot 18, a perfect round of miniature golf on a place that it just doesn't happen. Although 2 of those rounds of 18 were there. Now they're going to Greg Newport proof that golf course. All right, we're going to step aside. 1 segment left. You fired up about the British.